Oh boy, time now for another episode of Mr. Nailsin's Sunday Comics. Now, it's October, so that means it's Halloween month. So we're going to be doing horror stories. Yes. And we'll start, or probably for the whole month, we'll just do this one comic called Out of the Shadows. Not to be confused what we do in the shadows, but Out of the Shadows. And I believe this is actually issue number 5. I don't have the other 4. Sorry. Yeah. Looks like part of the cover was already missing and stuff. Yeah, it happens. So anyway, for tonight's feature, we'll do the Shoremouth horror. Yeah. I don't think this has anything to do with what's in it. Maybe. I forget. But anyway, wanted to jump in on this one because, as it turns out, the art is by the legendary Alex Toth. Yeah. He's the one who did a lot of the concept, well, pretty much all of them, the concept art and whatnot for the Super Friends, Space Ghost, and all those characters, and worked on Johnny Quest and Fantastic Four, all that stuff. And he's done quite a bit of comic book work, and you can just, there's a lot of lessons to learn about his abilities here with anatomy and whatnot, and most importantly, of shadows and how to spot. They call it spotting blacks. And Mike Mignola is one that does it very well in the current times. But Alex Toth is one of the greats, no doubt about it. So here's a obscure horror story that he drew for Out of the Shadows. So, up from the depths of the sea they came, creatures of the half-world, unspeakably horrible, and covered with weeds and slime. As the full moon waned, they cavorted with mad abandon, while eerie shadows flickered across the dank and decaying landscape. If you are faint-hearted, dear reader, turn back now, for soon you're coming face to face with the Shoremouth horror. So, hit the dirt if you don't want to deal with this. So this is like, this is almost like it should be a splash page, but they're going to jump ahead, I guess, to save space. So it's almost like a second cover the way they would do these things. So here come the sea monsters or whatever. They're after me. No, go away. Well, anyway, we'll start off here. Midnight in the office of a factory on the Boston waterfront. That siren. It's the cops. I'll have to take it on the lam. There he goes. Halt, or we'll fire. Almost shot him in the ass, but I guess he gets away. Anyway, look for this banner when you buy a comic magazine. It is your guarantee of wholesome reading. Murder and violence, yeah. I don't know if this is pre-code or what. I mean, it would have to be, because a lot of this stuff they banned because it was too popular. Anyway, a half hour later, Greg Porter, what do you want? The cops are after me. Let me in. Look, Greg, I didn't have nothing to do with this caper you pulled tonight. I'll let you stay here till morning. Then you gotta scram. I'm sure they recognized me. I gotta get out of town till the heat's off. Where you gonna go? I was thinking. I got an uncle, a retired sea captain. He lives in a hick village called Shoremouth, about 60 miles up the coast. I've never been there, but I'll bet it'll make the perfect hideout. Yeah, sounds good. The next afternoon. That's funny. I've driven over 55 miles up the coast, and I've yet to see a single sign pointing the way to Shoremouth. I better as somebody at the next. I better see. I don't know, I guess. Anyway, the art's okay, but You're looking for Shoremouth? Well, you just ain't never gonna find it. It disappeared. What? Yep. One night about 10 years ago, a big hurricane hit the coast. Shoremouth was hit worst of all. Whole village was inundated and every man, woman, and child drowned. The sea never did sink back to its own level. At high tide, the whole village is still covered over. But when the tide goes out, you can see the decaying ruins of the old buildings. But I got a letter from my uncle only 6 months ago. He said he still lives in Shoremouth. Oh, your uncle must be old Captain Porter. He was in Boston at the time the storm hit. When he found that his friends had perished, he sort of lost his mind, I suppose. He's been living alone in a shack on the beach ever since. Turn right at the next fork. Not the spoon, mind you, the fork. Then go straight ahead for about 5 miles past the news. You can't miss it. Thanks, old-timer. As Greg approaches the beach, a deathly silence blankets the air, and long shadows flit like wraiths across the dunes. Yipe, what a lonely, forsaken place. If the cops weren't after me, I'd turn around and go back. The shack. That must be Uncle Caleb. There he is. Hey, buddy. Mighty glad you came, nephew. I haven't seen you since you were a boy. Come on in. The doctor told me to take a long rest. Hope you can put me up for a while. Can't understand. Oh, can't understand it, Unc. Why do you live in such a forsaken spot? 20 years is a long time to live in one place, son. A man can make a lot of friends in that time. All my friends were drowned in the hurricane. Dead and gone, folks would say. But that isn't the way I figure. Come to the door and I'll show you. Look out there. When the tide goes out, you can see what's left of the old village. And it's then I can see my old friends and the kids playing in the streets. Ugh, it gives me the creeps. Why don't you get away from here, Unc? You'll go bats living all alone in this place. Alone? But I'm not alone. You'll see. 1 hour later, I had time for me to strip down. Nice of the old guy to give me his bedroom. Poor old bird. I'm afraid this place is getting the best of him. What the devil is that slithering noise? Seems to be coming from outside. What? No! No, I must be seeing things. Sweat. The place. It's getting me. I'm going crazy. Unc, wake up. Look out there. It's awful. Tell me it's all a bad dream. Don't get excited, nephew. It's only my friends coming to pay a visit. Soon's I get my clothes on, I'll let 'em in. Holy crap, I didn't realize you were nude. Oh, that's disgusting. No! Don't let them in, don't! Hush, they're my friends, I tell you. Evening to you, neighbors. It's a nice night for a gamble? Okay. Come on. Thanks for the present. Now, if you'll wait for a minute, I'll get my fiddle and you can all dance to your heart's delight. Well, anyway, the weird sea creatures whirl madly in a wild, macabre dance as Captain Caleb plays an eerie, rollicking medley on his violin. That's it. Dance, me hearties, dance. Huck, what kind of devil's work is this? Stop it or we'll go mad. I mean, the stench alone is more than I can stand. Stop it, I tell you, stop. No need to get excited, nephew. The tide's coming in and they have to go. See? What did I tell you? The sea's rising to claim them for its own. Nights when the moon is full and the tide is out, they leave their lost village and come to see me. In gratitude for my fiddling, they bring me a basket like that on the table. Well, what's in it? Here, you can see for yourself. Gold and jewels, why, this is fantastic. Of course, I don't have no use for all this wealth, so I'll just put it in the closet with the others. Look at it. What a fortune. Greg's completely unnerved by the sight of so much wealth. That night he tosses in his bed. I never saw so much wealth in my life. Why, I could stick up a dozen banks and never make a haul like that. If it was only mine, but it can be mine. It'd be easy to knock the old guy off. Nobody would be the wiser. I'll do it. I'll kill him. Then I'll load the car with the baskets and shove off. Or you could just ask him. It seems he already said he doesn't have any use for it. Anyway, is that you, nephew? What do you want? What are you going to do? Put down that knife! Don't! So the old man's dead. For a basket of, swampy, smelly crap. Anyway, that did it. He's dead, the old fool. Now to load the car and get out of here. I'll head for the Maine woods and lay low till the heat's off. I'll live like a king. Oh, no! No! I forgot about them! We forgot to use the toilet, can we? But you live in the ocean, you don't need it. Oh, yeah. Anyway, they know I bumped off the old man. They've come to get me. If I can only reach the car in time, maybe I'll have a chance. But you're weighted down by all the gold and stuff, so... Yay! They got me! They got me! Help! Help me! Ah! No! Oh, suddenly all's quiet on the beach again. The moon casts its eerie light on the deserted shack, and the pounding of the surf echoes on the lonely beach. Once again, the sea has arisen to claim its own. The end. Yeah. Well, that's too bad about stupid Greg when, again, all he had to do was ask the old man. Because he just told him. Yeah, I don't really give a crap about all that stuff, but, no one ever said the criminal mind was bright. Well, sometimes, but that's another story, usually in fiction and whatnot. But not in the case of Greg here. He was a complete idiot. So, good riddance, Greg. You got exactly what you deserved. And that wraps it up for this episode of Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. Come by next week. We'll have another, scary story for Halloween month. On the next Mr. Nailsin Sunday Comics. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr. Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness, so many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.